Hi students, I welcome all of you for this special session on how to attempt IBPS Clerical Examination 2019, which is going to be conducted tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow means 7th December, 8th, then next Saturday and Sunday. And as all of you know students, lakhs of students are going to take this highly competitive examination. And see, in this session, I am going to focus on only how to attempt this examination. Alright, how your mindset should be, how to take the sections and where you have to start from. Everything is going to be discussed. But in this class, I'm not going to focus on how to prepare for this exam. Because already I have uploaded many videos on how to prepare for various competitive exams, by taking all types of students into consideration, like the very beginners and the students who have started their preparation 2-3 months ago, or the students who have been preparing for this exam for quite a long time and missing this opportunity narrowly, or the students who have kept long-term goal for them, students who are in their second year or third year graduation. Alright, so many videos are there. You please visit our channel Chakravarthy Sir and try to get immense benefit out of those videos. Now in this session, as I've told you just now, the focus would be on how to attempt this examination. See students, before going further, very important thing every student should know is there is a clear difference between an academic examination and a competitive exam. See students, in competitive exam, accuracy plays a vital role. Alright, you should be 100% accurate. Whereas in academic examinations, that much accuracy is not required. Of course, there also accuracy must be there, but not that much. Suppose for one question, 10 marks are there. Alright, and you have attempted only up to 60%, means you have written the answer 60% correct. You may get 20% marks, 30% marks or 40% marks. But in competitive exam, if you attempt a question up to 60% accuracy, you will not be awarded 60% marks for that. You know this in a very better way. You will be awarded 0 marks. Not even 0. You will get negative marks there, because you will be penalized with the 1/4 negative mark for each wrong answer in the examination. You know this one. Alright, so keep that in your mind. Accuracy is very much important for you. Suppose in tomorrow's examination, let's take, you are going to attempt 60 questions out of 100 or 65 questions for example, and try to see that out of 65 questions, minimum, I'm telling you, minimum 62 to 63 questions should be correct. I'm telling you. Your practice should be in that way. For that reason only, in all my sessions, alright, I've been telling you the same thing. In practice sessions only, first focus on accuracy. You will get speed automatically. You have to focus on accuracy first. You should make it as a habit. Only then you can get success in this type of exams. See, all of you know this one, students. Have been teaching these subjects for quite a long time, more than 22, 23 years. In all these 23 years, I have been observing the same thing. The students who practice accuracy first, they are going to get the selection at the earliest. So, if you have not maintained that one in your practice sessions, you please try to go for that one. That is the first thing. Second thing is, don't come under pressure. See, for years, for quite a long time, I have been students have been telling me the same thing. Sir, I am getting pressurized. In my practice sessions, I am doing well. But when I go and sit in the examination, I am getting pressurized in these 20 minutes. I am not able to attempt all the given 35 questions or 30 questions. See students, first thing you have to remove from your mind is that in 20 minutes, in one section, suppose if you take reasoning, in 20 minutes, nobody can attempt 35 questions. You take it for granted. Only one computer can do. That too, provided you have to give them pre-program. Okay, so don't just come out of that one first of all. Nobody can attempt all the 35. But the thing is that how many questions you attempt, those many questions should be correct. Keep a target of, for example, 25 questions you have attempted. Yes, you can attempt 25 questions. Even up to 28 questions you can attempt, I'm telling you. But try to maintain the maximum accuracy. And the other thing is that one way students are getting pressurized in this way. In the other way, in the other like aspect I'm talking about, some students are saying that we are getting pressurized because of fear. What fear? What if I'm not going to get this job? What if I won't get this job? What happens, students, you tell me? What if you won't get the job? Nothing is going to happen. What happens? Nothing is going to happen. You can attempt one more time. Alright? Don't be under the pressure. See, while starting the preparation also, generally I'll tell you one thing. What is that? When you try to recollect that, suppose there are 2000 posts are notified for. You never think that there are 2000 vacancies. Always you should think that 1999 vacancies are there for competition. One vacancy is out of competition. They have not notified for that one because that is my vacancy. If you start your preparation in that way, what is the question of fear? That vacancy is yours only. There is no competition for that one. Then why do you get fear? Alright? And that too, your fear can be vanished with your confidence. When would you get the confidence? That depends upon your practice. If you practice well and you're getting excelled in the mock tests, then there is no need of fear in the examination. Yes or no? Alright? See, you have to think in this way. The exam which I am going to take tomorrow is only a mock test for me. I have been doing many mock tests for the last 20 days or 30 days. This is going to be another mock test for me. That's it. Where is the pressure now? See, one thing I can accept. Every human being may get a little pressure in some critical conditions. That is quite natural, obvious that is. But by giving some self-instructions to you, like one of the techniques I told you, this is going to be a mock test for me. Just prepare your mind in that way. Always keep your head cool. You won't be pressurized. And one more thing, students, remember this one in your life. For your pressure, for your anger, for your happiness, for your ego, or for your jealousy, for everything, who is going to be responsible for that, or who is responsible? Yourself only. Right? Everything is there inside you only. If you want to bring out the happiness from you, you can do that. Because you are going to be the creator of your happiness. Alright? One incident is happening. How you take that one in your mind, there your happiness lies. If you take that one in a negative way, you will be pressurized. If you take it in a positive way, you will be happy. See, if I go on telling these things to you, it will become one motivational class for you or one philosophy class for you. It's not like that. Always remember, students, take everything positively. Even the exam which is going to happen tomorrow or day after tomorrow, just treat it as a mock test for you. That's it. Okay? Then you won't be pressurized. There is no question of pressure for you, particularly for my students, I'm telling you. Those students who have purchased our course and those who have been preparing, they never be pressurized. I'm telling you, students, openly, because their practice is like that. They started from the basic level. I discussed all the topics from the basic level so that you will get confidence. Because nowadays in competitive exams, they are giving the questions in a tricky way. To do those tricky questions, you should be really I should prepare really tough, I'm telling you. You should get hold on all the topics so that any question can be done very easily, that too in the stipulated time. Just keep these things in your mind. Okay, now come to this real thing. What is that one for this class? Have to attempt. See students, if your paper opened with the reasoning, that can be opened with anything, reasoning, quant or English. We start with reasoning. In reasoning, have to attempt this paper. Now students, by this time you know what are the chapters. In your preparation only you must have done that one, right? First step in your preparation is this much, this one only. What is that? List out the syllabus from where you are going to get 35 questions from reasoning in preliminary examination. What are the chapters? Then try to squeeze out all the chapters. Definitely you will get success. Yes sir. Alright. Now here, what are the chapters? Not only prelims and mains. How many chapters are there in reasoning? I just list it out very quickly, students. What are the chapters? The first one is, we will divide in this way. Reasoning based on rules, one section, and a critical section or analytical section, one section. Quickly go for this one. In reasoning based on rules, puzzle, very important one. Seating arrangement. Third one is Shilloism. I'm writing SY. Okay. Fourth one is input and output. Fifth one is decision making. Sixth one is data sufficiency. These are the 6. Even for clerks as well as POs, I'm telling you. These are the chapters, 6 chapters. Alright. Next. Seventh one in this row is after these 6 I'm telling you, right? Small chapters like blood relations, then directions, then sequence and ranking, order problems. Okay. Next one is coding and decoding. Next one is coded inequalities. Next, miscellaneous problems based on alphabets and symbol, number, letter series questions. Okay. Apart from this, in analytical section, assumptions, okay, arguments, conclusions, courses of action, cause and effect, inferences. These are the chapters, that's all. You take any bank examination, any bank exam, the questions are from these chapters only. That's it. Okay. Now, coming to the clerical examination, that to preliminary examination students, you won't get questions from these chapters. Okay. These chapters, they ask the questions from these chapters in mains examinations generally. Alright, now come to this. Even here also, in clerical preliminary examination, you won't get questions from input-output. 99%. Okay. Next, decision making, you won't get. Data sufficiency also, you won't get. 99.9%. So, if they give questions from input-output, we can't say anything, right? But 99% there won't be any questions. Now, they'll be asking questions from puzzle, seating arrangement, Shilloism, and these small chapters. The number of questions are generally like this. From puzzle and seating arrangement, they'll be asking around 15 questions. 15. And from Shilloism, 4 to 5 questions. Okay. So, 15 plus this is 5. 20 questions are there, and from this one, remaining 15 questions will be asked. Or sometimes what they are doing, instead of 15, they are asking 20 questions here. Okay. If they ask 20 questions from here, they may be asking 10 questions here. Or they may be reducing 1 or 2 questions here. That depends. But overall students, these are the chapters for you. Tomorrow's exam also, you are going to get questions from reasoning. 35 questions are from these chapters only. Now, how to attempt that exam? How to attempt a reasoning paper? See students, there are 2 things involved. Alright, in your practice sessions, always remember, in your practice sessions, you have to start your preparation with this chapter. Puzzle, seating arrangement, Shilloism. Then go for these chapters in the practice sessions. Why that is so? Because in prelims as well as mains, clerical examination or PO or SO, whatever the exam may be, RBI Grade B Officer, NABARD Grade A, or any competitive exam as far as bank exams are concerned. There will be 80% of the questions from these 3 chapters only in prelims as well as mains. For that reason, you always start your practice session with these 3 chapters. And while attempting in the examination, 2 tips I will give you. 2 ways you have to go for that one. Alright, some students are very much perfect with these 3 chapters: puzzle, seating arrangement, Shiloism. For that matter, puzzle and seating arrangement. If you are very much perfect with those 2 chapters, if you are getting 100% accuracy within the stipulated time, you start with these 2 chapters. Or else, it is better to start with these chapters in the examination, because the questions comparatively, the questions from these chapters are easier. If you start with easier questions, your confidence will be boosted. Otherwise, what happens if you start with puzzle? Suppose you are very much perfect in that one, but unfortunately in the examination, out of given puzzles, generally 3 or 4 puzzle seating arrangement they give. Alright, out of these 3 or 4 puzzles, 1 puzzle or seating arrangement will be the most difficult one, even though it is prelims. If you, by chance, incidentally, if you start with that one and not able to crack the puzzle within the stipulated time, then you will be disappointed, depressed in the exam. So, while trying to come out of this depression, the time will be wasted. Unnecessarily, you will lose the examination. For that reason, students, if you want to start with this one, you should be perfect with these 2 chapters, or else start with these chapters. So, from this section, which one you have to start with, that depends upon you. But I suggest you, for clerical examination, I suggest you to go for this, start with this inequalities. Alright, the questions would be very easy here, very easy. And in my classes, I have given many techniques for this one. If you follow that one, simply you can solve this within the stipulated time. After inequalities, you just go for questions from direction. Nowadays, they are giving one paragraph and some questions are given under the paragraph. If you get that type of questions, you are lucky enough, you can do all the questions correct. Alright, then after that, go for relations, blood relations, then sequence or ranking order questions, then go for coding and decoding. Followed by these questions also, symbol, number and letter sequence, and some questions based on English words and alphabets. These questions are also very simple. You can go for this one also, or you can change the order as per your convenience. Alright, see students, out of 35 questions, if you get 10 or 15 questions from this, I am pretty sure that a student who had prepared seriously can do 100% correct here. Or at least 98 to 99% of the questions can be done very easily with 100% accuracy. Just think this one, students, right? Just imagine this one. Out of 15 questions, if you get 14 questions correct, you can realize that in the examination, while doing the question only, whether it is right or wrong, to the maximum extent you can realize. Right? Imagine that if you have done out of 15, 14 questions correct, imagine your confidence level. Okay? You will be highly confident. Then with that confidence, start puzzle. Alright? Or before puzzle, you can go for Shiloism. I have given the fantastic method for Shiloism. Our students say that, sir, after watching all your 10 hours of lessons on Shiloism, we can do all the questions correct in whatever the exam may be. Because students, I'm telling you, that is my 22, 23 years of research actually, that one. Any question, whatever it may be, you can do it with 100% accuracy. Go for Shiloism. Then if they have not given Shiloism questions, they may increase number of questions here or here. Okay, then after finishing of that one, go for puzzle and seating arrangement. Between puzzle and seating arrangement, that's up to you, which one you have to start with. But one thing, students, if they give 2 puzzles here two seating arrangement questions here. Out of two puzzles, one question will be the most difficult question. Don't attempt that one. Alright, don't attempt that one, because how to identify this one? You can easily identify with your practice. While reading the puzzle only, after 2-3 lines you can say the difficulty level. That comes to you with your practice. And that too, students, always remember, when you are preparing for any bank examination, from day one, after learning the complete concept of puzzle, from day one, you make it as a habit that every day you have to crack at least one puzzle or seating arrangement till the examination. Even when you are taking the mock tests also, separately you practice one puzzle every day, because if you are not in touch with puzzle questions, your mind will not be tuned. The tuning will be out, I am telling you. So always remember, keep in touch with the questions. Go on practicing that one continuously. Okay, now, so take one puzzle which is not very difficult, right? And after that, go for seating arrangement, the same technique. Between those two, one will be high difficulty level, other one will be moderate. Sometimes they give easier one also. Take that. If still time allows, you can think of remaining two questions there. But one thing, overall you have to maintain speed and accuracy. That's very, very important. Alright, so see students, I have given you some tips there. Of course, I have given very simple things here. You know that one already, but still brush it up. So start with this section. Slowly come to this one. Each and every question is important for you. Even one question or single question may decide your rank in this highly competitive examination. So for that reason, be very serious while attempting the question. And just now we have discussed about the pressure, fear and other things. Just you come out of all those things. Alright, so you have to keep up the deepest mental poise. Not only for bank exams, but for in your life also, for every problem, whatever it may be, you should keep up the deepest mental poise. Easily you can go through that, right? Now, coming to the quant section, students. In the quant section, just finish it off very quick. Quant section, you just make this one into 3 parts. Quant also, for clerical examination. Okay, what are the 3 parts? One is problems based on numbers. Okay, second one is data interpretation. Third one is arithmetic problems, written problems. Okay, now problems based on numbers, you can divide in this way. One is number series, other one is simplification, next one is approximation. Right. Coming to this data interpretation, they give the questions like this directly from graphs, right? Tables or charts. These are called interpreting the data interpretation. Okay. Then second one is data analysis. They are giving nowadays data analysis also. Okay. You have to analyze the given data. They won't give any chart or graph. Some bulk data would be given to you as as good as a puzzle. You need to analyze the data. Prepare a chart for that one, table for that. Based on that, you can easily solve the questions. Next one is caselet questions also. Caselet. Okay. Next one is missing DI. Sometimes they are giving missing DI. Generally, they are not giving in the preliminary examination, but still. Next one is data interpretation, DI based on arithmetic chapters. This one. Generally missing DI and DI based on arithmetic, they are asking in the mains examination. Alright, then coming to this arithmetic, many chapters are there. Alright, like percentages, okay, averages, ratio and proportion. Next one is mixture and allegation. Next one is profit and loss. Percentage, average, ratio, proportion, mixture and allegation, profit and loss. Then next one is time and work, time and distance. Okay. In this time and work only, you go for this pipes and cistern, works and wages. Time and distance, general time and distance problems, then problems on trains and boats and streets. Then go for questions based on simple interest, 8th one, simple interest, then compound interest. Okay, then followed by problems based on generally in clerical they won't give questions from permutation and combination, but they are giving questions from mensuration, 2D and 3D. You can go for this data sufficiency or quantity 1, otherwise you take others. Quantity 1 and quantity 2. Sometimes in SBI POs they are asking quantity 3 also they are giving. Alright, these questions quantity 1 and quantity 2, enough. From these chapters you can get questions in the preliminary examination. Alright, say students, number of questions. Coming to the number of questions, that depends upon the shift. In one shift they give some more questions from one chapter. From the same chapter in the other shift they may get a little less number also. We can't say that one, but overall I am telling you. Now here coming to this one, number series generally they give 5 questions, missing number and wrong number series. Next, simplification and approximation together you can expect 8 questions, students. I can say you safely 8. Right? Sometimes they are not giving questions from approximation. Directly they are giving questions from simplification, that to 5 in number. But for better sake I am telling you, you can expect 8 questions from this one. And coming to this data interpretation. Data interpretation, they are giving around 10 questions. Okay, how many are over? Now here it is 10, this is 5, 15 plus 8, 23. Or suppose if you take this one as 23, 25 up to 25, remaining 10 questions are from this one, remaining 10. Okay, or sometimes they give 15 questions from this miscellaneous chapters, right? They may reduce the number here. Got the idea, right? Now, coming to which section I have to start with. The same thing, students. If you are perfect with the data interpretation questions, start with the DI. The advantage with the data interpretation is group questions are there. And based on one chart or one pie chart or graph or diagram or combination, they give minimum 5 questions. If you thoroughly interpret the data, you can get 5 out of 5. For that reason, if you are perfect, I am telling you, if you are perfect with that, go for that data interpretation, right? Or else you start with other chapters. But before that, I forgot one very important chapter. I am writing this one here. I'll write as the 13th one. I am writing here. Okay, that is quadratic equations. Simple chapter. You can get 100% marks here. I'm sorry, I forgot that one. Okay, right. If you are thorough with DA, start with the D. Okay, or you start with this part, quadratic equation. This one. Okay, generally they are giving 3 to 5 questions from this. 3 to 5. You can get 5 out of 5 from this one, 100% you will get. Okay, try to go for this first. After doing this one, go for number series. Because number series also, out of 5 questions I am telling you, students, 3 questions will be easy to moderate. And remaining 2 questions, 1 question will be high difficulty level question, even if it is prelims also. Okay, 1 question is moderate to a little advanced. Alright, this is the analysis based I am telling you. 3 questions are easy to moderate. Next 1 question moderate to a little advanced. 1 question is advanced level. Okay, try to get minimum 3 questions correct from this section. Then go to simplification and approximation problems. If they have not given any approximation in tomorrow's or day after tomorrow exam, definitely there will be questions from simplification. Definitely means I can say 99% you will get a simplification. So try to do this section. Start with quadratic equations. Suppose they give 3 questions, 3 out of 3 will be correct. I am telling you. I have given a fantastic method in my regular classes. Okay. Then after that, come to number series, followed by simplification and approximation. With this confidence, you attempt data interpretation questions. Sometimes they may give 15 questions also from this one. So for that reason, in practice sessions, focus on data interpretation. To go for data interpretation, first of all, you should be thorough with the simplification, approximation, percentages, averages, ratio proportion, and to some extent mixture and allegation. Enough. Allegation rules. Enough. You can do DI perfectly. Suppose if they give DI based on arithmetic problems, of course you should be thorough with these chapters also. Now, after attempting this one, means quadratic equations, number series, approximation, DI, then go for these chapters. From these chapters also, nowadays they are giving questions based on many tricks. A little advanced level questions they are giving, even if it is clerical examination also. So while preparing for this one, in your preparation only, try to squeeze out these chapters. Suppose percentages is there. Once you start this percentages chapter, before starting that one, you should give instructions to your mind that all the questions, whatever the model may be, I should be in a position to do that one. I want to squeeze out the chapter. This is not only useful for percentage problems, but for DI, and in many chapters, percentages concept is important. I have given you unitary method for many percentage problems. If you apply unitary method, you can do the questions within the stipulated time with 200% accuracy. Anyway, students, just follow this technique or this strategy. Just go in this way. You are going to definitely do, I can say you out of 35, reasonably how many questions you can do. So it's difficult to say, but students, I can say out of 35 questions, you can attempt 25 to 27 questions easily. 25 to 27 questions. Alright, so minimum 22 to 23 questions, yes, you can do within the stipulated time. That all depends upon your practice, students. While practicing also, you do this one, I told you many times, you keep a reasonable target as far as time is concerned. Suppose 6 months or 8 months, you keep a target for this exam. So first 3 months focus on basics only. Slowly move on. And last 2 months you have to take every day at least 1, 2 or up to 3 mock tests every day. That can fetch you a lot in the actual examination. Okay, anyway, I just take one session for that one later, but this would be the right attempt, the right way to go for the questions. Now go to English section. In English, first you take the chapters, students, from where generally they give questions in clerical examination. Alright, then we will go for, like from where you have to start, I'll tell you. Clerical or PO, whatever it may be, definitely there will be questions from reading comprehension. You know this one. Then followed by close test. Then followed by rearrangement of sentences or jumbled sentences. Right? Next one is error detection. Right? Error detection or spotting errors you can take. Alright. Next one is word or phrase replacement. Next one is sentence improvement. Okay. Next one is match the following, also they are giving. Match the following. Name we have kept in this way. Match the following. Enough. These are the chapters, or sometimes they give from the other chapters, like which one we have not taken here. Reading comprehension, close test, okay. Fillers. Double and single fillers. Double or single fillers. And some questions based on miscellaneous things they give. Right. Okay. As far as the number of questions are concerned, that depends upon shifts, students. Total 30 questions are there. Okay. So it's very difficult to tell the number of questions. Generally from reading comprehension, they give 5 questions. Sometimes 6. 5 to 6 you can take. Close test also 5 to 6. And jumbled 5 questions. Right. Error detection 5 questions. Word or phrase replacement 4 to 5. Sentence improvement 3 to 5. Match the following 3 to 5. Double or single fillers, again this one 3 to 5. Maybe some miscellaneous, right? If you count in this way, that may be more than 30, but that depends upon the shift there, right? In one shift, they give questions from closed test. In the other shift, they may not give, right? That depends, students. This is for English. Remember, English paper, either you can start with reading comprehension or any one chapter depending upon your preparation. Why I am dividing reading comprehension as one, rest of the things as the other one? Some students I have observed, they are very much perfect in reading comprehension. They are very good readers. While reading also a passage in our regular classes, I have told you, quickly you have to read that one with like some finger techniques you have to keep. Alright, what is necessary, try to go for that. Many techniques I have given for reading comprehension. First, try to understand the central idea of the given passage. Based on that one, some information which is related to that. That's the easiest way. Taking the central idea of the passage, then go on reading the additional information. To go for reading comprehension, two things are required, students. The first one is you should be a good reader. Second thing, your analysis should be good. Analysis, of course, reading and analysis are based on your language also. Your language should be perfect. Only then you can read in a better way and analyze that in a better way. Right? So, coupled with reading and analysis, you can easily solve reading comprehension questions. Either you have to start with this or go for any of these chapters. Some chapters are like this. For example, you take closed test. Gunshot questions will be there. You can do 5 out of 5 correct here. Even here also, jumbled sentences also. If you arrange that one in a meaningful way, meaningful passage way or sentences, easily you can get 5 out of 5. Even error detection. In error detection, they are giving many models, right? But whatever the model may be, the basic idea is the same. Even here also, you can do many questions correct. Phrase and word replacement also, many types are there, but very easy. Okay, anyway, students, that already I've discussed it in the preparation videos. Anyway, so here, either you have to start with this or any one of the chapters. But I suggest you go with closed test. If they give closed test, go with this. Alright, then after, because closed test, even if your language is not that much good also, of course, language is required, right? For any language, to solve a question in one language, you should have complete hold on the language. I'm not denying that one. But here, you can use the logic also. Alright, from the given options, with your logic, even your vocabulary is not that much rich also. Alright, with logic you can do solve closed test and para-jumbled also. Logically, you can say here also, which sentence may be the first one, which may be the last one, what would be the sequence of the sentence. 30 to 40% of the cases you can use the logic. Alright, so just do closed test followed by this para-jumbled. Okay, then after that the easiest one is match the following. Simply you can do this, right? Then you can go for fillers. Okay, sometimes they give double fillers and single fillers sometimes. Then go for, after this, first my preference is this one, closed test, right? Jumbled sentences. Then after that go for this fillers. Then match the following, right? Sentence improvement also easier one. Then word and phrase replacement. And this is purely based on grammar, error detection. If you are thorough with grammar, go for this one also. Alright. Then finally come to this reading comprehension. If you are not a very good reader, I am telling you. Alright. But anyway, students, one thing you please take it for granted. Reading a newspaper is going to be helpful for you in many ways for many competitive exams. I suggest you to go for the Hindu newspaper. Every day you have to spend at least 45 minutes to 1 hour for paper reading. And that to how to read that newspaper, you please underline the words which are new words for you. Alright, then try to get the meaning of that one and the application of the word in the sentence practically. Try to frame your own sentences with that. It's going to be really helpful for you. And reading Hindu newspaper is not only useful for you for English, but it is equally useful for general awareness section and critical reasoning section, also analytical section, assumptions, arguments, conclusions, courses of action, cause and effect, inferences. For these chapters, that paper reading is going to be immensely helpful for you. Okay, yes, go for that one. So in this way you can crack this English paper, students. Okay, so enough. These techniques are enough for you because exam is only one day to go. Try to go with these techniques: reasoning, quant, and English, students. All right. Then finally, before concluding this session, as most of you know that I'm running one institute, online institute, for the last 4 years, and we have more than 15,000 students across the country who are seriously preparing for various competitive exams. Right? I don't want to make this class as an advertisement for me. Alright, so clearly if you want to know the courses which we are offering and the fee details and any other thing about us, you please visit our website www.chakravarthy chakravarthy.com. Enough. Okay, so you will get all the information here. So I prepared all the videos. Alright, anyway, we are offering online and pen drive courses. SD card we are going to discontinue because many mobile models are coming every day in the market, and it's very difficult to comply with all the things, right? Only online and pen drive mode we are going to offer the courses for you. Alright, so I have prepared all the videos with all my expertise of 22-23 years of expertise I have used there. Try to make immense benefit out of that one. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best, students.